I started this system as a way of making things right. It's like maths, basically. You do wrong to me, I do wrong to you. 2 + 2 makes 4, we're all right again. Anything that goes wrong, you put right by doing wrong. For instance, I failed clarinet grade 5. I fucking hate the instrument. I only do it because my parents make me. And I tried to give it up, and school orchestra, but then Dad says it's important. And I should just stop going. But I'm not very good at saying how I feel. I'm better at doing. So I dialed a porn number from the paper and left it on. I listened that night in the bathroom, the day they got the bill. I listened that night in the bathroom because my room's not next to their room, the bathroom is, so I got my duvet and I listened in the bathroom as my mum was saying things like, am I not enough for you? And he was all, it wasn't me. And she was, of course it was you, just like it was you who fucked Sarah Almond. And he was, who brought her into it? And it made me feel better. Sometimes though, another instance, my teacher, year 9, bitch supreme, stands me up in front of the whole class, French this was, and she says, you were talking. And I say, I wasn't, though I was. And she says, I saw you talking. I'm trying to prepare you for your Key Stage 3s. And I said, A, I wasn't talking, and B, I couldn't care less about my Key Stage 3s. Though I could, really. I did quite a lot of revision that none of my friends did. She looked at me carefully, looked at my clothes. It was May, maybe, and I was wearing my skirt, my jumper, and my shirt. She said, pull up your jumper. I said, no, miss, I won't. She said, you're wearing a shirt, pull up your jumper. So I thought, and then I pulled up my jumper, showing everyone where I'd rolled my skirt at the top to make it shorter, which is what everyone did, everyone. And I stood there and everyone was laughing. She said, you might think being cheap will get you by in life, Katie, but I'm here to tell you that it won't. And a bit of concentration might do you good here. And I knew she'd never have done that to the more popular girls. She did it to me because I was just right. Not popular enough to be dangerous, but not unpopular enough to be bullying. But it was bullying. It just was. Anyway, her name was Madam Hanson and she stank of cats. I saw her once at the laundrette and I thought, what a scab. Teachers earn enough to buy their own washing machine, surely. And then I thought, it was an opportunity. She was moving her washing from the washer to the dryer. She put it in the dryer. So I waited till she left. She did. I went 3 doors down to the butcher's and bought half a pound of mince. I went back to the laundrette, made sure no one was looking at me, which they weren't because I looked pretty anonymous, and put the mince into her drying washing. It was perfect. She was doing whites as well. There was dried blood and flesh all over it by the time she got it out. Apparently she didn't stop screaming for 5 minutes. She thought she'd added one of her kittens to the load. It made me laugh at the time. Some things I really remember. Some things I really don't. Like, I can't tell you about when me and Abe got together. I can't tell you where we met. But I can tell you the exact circumstances of the 7 other guys I've blown. I can't tell you the name of my first boyfriend in junior school and he left. I can remember his face, but I can tell you the first and last names of all the girls that came to my 18th and left my 18th. I can't tell you what we're playing in school orchestra at the moment, but I can tell you exactly where I was standing when Fat Sheridan, probably my only real friend, but who I only ever spoke to in the library because the library was safe, because no one ever saw us in there together, and I thought that I was too good for her. Exactly where I was standing when she told me she was leaving school. I can't tell you what I'm going to do with my life, but I can tell you how it felt in Miss Hanson's last French lesson when she wouldn't stop crying. And I did that. I'd done that. I did that and I felt triumphant and sick and triumphant.